Hello, hello, hello. It is Sunday, 19 July, 2026. Setting up for the Sunday stream tonight with Censorship Sucks. Roundtable Radio Show. Getting everything set up and ready to go. Hope everybody had a great week and a good weekend. Trying to get everything out there and ready to go on my end so that we are all set up for tonight. Get all the bells and whistles going here, and once we do, we're going to have a great time. Once I get John and the crew in, it's a Willie night, so that's right. Look out for that worm farmer Willie. Get the guys up and rolling here in a few minutes. Welcome in, everyone. Crystal Mays in the Kick Chat. How you doing tonight? Doing good here. Super Sunday Sabroso coming in. Go over here. Shout out, yeah. Okie dokie then. Do. Let's get the guys going. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going, Doc?
Oh, hey, Doc.
How's it going there, John?
Going on there, John?
Good. What's up, Mark?
Not much.
How's everybody doing tonight?
So far, so good here.
Good to
Yeah,
hear it.
doing all right. Doing all right. I mean, I'm alive and still have food in the fridge and a roof over my head. Can't complain too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I'm
So,
doing
is that
good. All kinds
David?
of stuff going on out there. What's
Yeah,
up?
I said, is that David Hogg guy?
Yeah, it is.
All
Uh,
right.
Oh God. I mean, hey, David. How you doing, buddy?
Can you guys hear me? Because I'm not on my regular mic.
Yes, we can hear you very
Okay.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's using the laptop mic.
Welcome to the ghetto.
Yeah. Well, I'm wearing my headset, but whenever I connect it on Bluetooth, for whatever reason, it adjusted it as headphones.
What?
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
Eh?
Oh, it's a shame my mic's not working. I was going to do the full 2-hour show and the after show, but oh well.
Oh, damn. Damn.
Oh well. Apparently,
We gotta do 2
CS doesn't
after
think
show
it's
tonight,
good
too.
enough. Yeah. Oh well. Too bad that mic's just not good enough.
It is. It's good. It's good to go. Get out of here.
It's better than Yotivations, that's for sure.
Yes.
Oh my God, yeah. Someone needs to go visit her with a microphone and get her hooked up.
I don't know.
I wonder if she's in just one of those spots where like the Wi-Fi is like still 3G, like and like it just has terrible latency whenever you try to send voice over it.
That could be the case.
I think she's
I mean,
on Wi-Fi as part of the problem.
Yeah, I think she's using Mondami Net.
Yeah, Mondami Net.
It's the communist Wi-Fi.
I mean, I got Xfinity Wi-Fi in the house, and that's what I use, and I don't have any problems. So
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it depends on
Just
your
saying.
neighbors.
Yeah, well, I mean, as long as all of them are logged on at the same time. Yeah.
Yeah, and her
Mhm.
kid's probably playing Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
She should get a separate Starlink just for the show. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Need to do Merv Griffin do the oh.
Oh, really?
Oh. Yep.
Oh.
There you go.
Oh.
So you guys ready to invade Serapian's property yet and put out the fires for them?
Apparently, Trump said he was thinking about billing him
Yeah.
for damages.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Canada. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Just a hit off in tariffs. It's all good.
Yeah.
That's how we
there
do
you go.
things now.
Yeah.
It was very funny. Some folks up in Michigan were told that going outside was like smoking a cigarette, basically, and they were posting memes of going out in the morning with their cup of coffee and getting their morning Canadian cigarette.
Yeah.
The morning.
Yeah. I
Canadian
think that says like
cigarette.
50 cigarettes or something, some crazy number.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Or was.
Yeah. Of course, they also try to get you to believe that you go through 50 gallons of water for every AI prompt.
No way.
Depending on who you're talking to, yeah. They get totally outrageous.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
It's like any kind of thing with any issue that has a real complaint that people have a concern over gets amplified by some bunch of retards who are probably being paid to do it, and
Yeah.
it turns into nonsense. Like the real issue with the AI stuff, it's location. Like if they were putting these newer data centers in old Rust Belt factory property where there aren't houses right next door, they wouldn't be
Right.
getting any of these
Mhm.
complaints.
Right.
But
Yeah.
they had to go buy the middle of farmland or buy in the middle of a residential zone.
Detroit has like, I don't know, 1,000 miles of salt mines underneath the city.
Right?
Yeah.
Ideal
Yeah,
data
right?
center location.
Yeah, salt mine.
Well, and that's,
Or just let Elon put them in space.
There's
There you
so
go.
many ways that it can be done that didn't require them to buy up really good, useful land and plop a data center right next to people who are going to complain about it. Like,
Right.
the
Well,
only reason
somebody
to do
always
that.
complains.
Well, right. But, like, I just think they could have mitigated like 90% of their problems by choosing less invasive locations.
Well,
Yeah.
what they're hoping
mean,
is that eventually the
location-
human race dies off and they can't complain anymore.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
that's
they
true.
really want.
That
Yeah.
is true.
Yeah, because AI said where it wanted to be built.
And location doesn't matter for these things at all. I mean, they can be on top of Mount Everest or at the bottom of
Yeah,
the ocean.
they can be
or in
anywhere.
space.
Or
I
on
mean,
the moon,
yeah.
even.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, the aliens will
How
pissed
much
off.
would it take to cool, the
Screw the
processors on
aliens.
the moon? Come on now.
Yeah.
Plus, they found water there. Come on.
It's just one of those things, man. There were options, and they chose the easy route.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, shouldn't they be building these things in Antarctica?
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Greenland, baby.
I
Greenland.
would think at least not in the middle of a residential neighborhood, like at least.
Yeah. Yeah, but you put them in Antarctica, and then, of course, you melt the ice to form your water, and then, of course, it turns to steam, so you have your thermoelectric power right there.
Yep.
I think
No,
And then
and
you
you can
build
always tap
a
into
civilization
the
down there.
volcanic vents in Antarctica as well.
Right. And if that doesn't work, you can always, if it puts off toxic waste, you can always just pump that into the hollow earth.
Exactly. The lizards
Right into the donut.
feed on that stuff
Yeah.
right here.
Yep.
they're
They
just
do.
not.
They love the toxic waste.
They're just not thinking
Makes them
about
gay.
humans. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, just think how much, that we can, charge them for adrenochrome as well, that way.
Well, they already
just
harvested
lie
it
to
on their
them
own.
and say, for X amount of sludge and crap that we send down there, it's infused with adrenochrome. You just have to figure out
Yep.
how to get it out.
Yep. Mark's MK Ultra programming
Yeah.
is starting to slip.
It's slipping. Yeah. Yeah. I
Yep.
I actually saw matrix lines in front of my eyes.
There you go.
Uh-oh.
Whatever you do, don't put one of them leveling lasers against the wall and stare into it. Because
Oh, no.
apparently you can see the code.
Yeah.
Man, those people really make me angry.
What?
They're just so confused and easy to manipulate.
Yeah.
The people that fall for stuff like that.
Yep.
Planet Earth.
Exactly.
Yep.
It's clearly a turtle show.
That's right. It's
Exactly.
turtles all the way down. You're not fooling anyone.
Man.
And the thing is, that woman had kids, and those kids are probably the majority of the population that we have to deal with.
That's probably true.
Yep.
Probably true.
That's the TV.
Idiocracy. Yeah.
No, I mean, nobody that has any education is having any children. But I'm not sure they're exactly the intelligent ones,
Well,
to be honest.
But you're not going
Right.
to in this economy.
Yeah.
How
Yep.
could you possibly have kids with Trump in office?
There you go. Exactly. But it's okay.
Biden.
We froze eggs and semen just in case.
Or Clinton.
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
any of
Idiocracy,
them.
man.
yeah, we're trying to find a larger place so my son and his wife can start having kids. That's our
Right.
next goal. And
You
we're
just put
like,
that baby in the drawer. She'll be fine. You don't need no crib.
we at least need one more walk-in closet. Is all I'm saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just get a little storage
I
shed,
wouldn't
knock
have
a
a
hole
kid
in the
unless I
wall,
had
do it
two
hillbilly
good,
style.
solid closets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that crib for the first, 9 months can go in the walk-in closet. I'm just saying.
Well, you don't want to do that because eventually the kid will come out of the closet, and
They always do eventually.
That's-
Always
yeah.
do.
See, that's the problem. So don't put your children in the closet, and we'd have less LGBTQ LMNOP people.
Yes.
Yep.
The LMNOP group is the ones you really have to watch out for.
Exactly. They are the worst.
That's why they changed it to just plus sign. That's
Yeah,
why they got
exactly.
rid of it.
Alrighty
Rebranding.
then.
Yep.
Did you see the World Cup is finally over, and so
Yep.
all the Europeans can
Yeah.
go home?
Yeah, exactly.
The Europeans
see
won,
how many
too.
actually
I
go.
saw Europe won.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of
Yeah,
sad that the communists won, but whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I was really surprised Argentina lost because I really thought enough Nazi DNA was passing through Argentina. But I guess I was wrong.
I was hoping.
Yeah. I guess there is
Well, the
still the
colonizers
Nazi
won.
DNA. It's just, they didn't play soccer. They did other things.
This is true. They had
Yeah.
other things on their mind. They did.
Exactly.
I saw somebody post a guy made a prediction in 2023 that Argentina was going to beat Spain 3-2 in
Right.
the thing, and and somebody posted it was like, yeah, but he didn't account for CERN turning off 3 weeks before the final.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw in my feed a little while ago a video clip for the highlights to the game, and it's 25 minutes long. And I'm like, dude, the score was 1-0. How can
Yeah.
you possibly have 25 minutes of highlights?
Yeah, that's rough.
I think
Right? Like,
minute 20 would have done it. Like there was 2
Yeah,
major
you could
penalties and 1 goal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen
should be
until
a 3-minute
extended time
video.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Could have
Yeah,
made
that's
that a
crazy.
short. You didn't
Yeah.
need that.
And
Yeah,
at least we got
actually
4 more
really-
years to recover before we're bombarded with World Cup again.
Yeah. That's as much soccer as I can handle. Is that once every 4 years?
Yeah. I got a lifetime's worth as far as I'm concerned.
Although
So I
we
looked
did
it
put
up
on
in
a
the
hell of a
next-
show this year. Anyway, what was
oh,
that, John?
we did. Yeah, we killed it. I looked it up, and the next World Cup is in Spain and Portugal and Morocco.
Oh, that's gonna suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we still have to
Um,
survive as a species for 4 more years, so we got that going for us.
I think compared to the U.S., it kind of will suck. You know what I mean? It'll be like they just can't handle it like we did. There's no way.
Yeah,
Spain,
they won't have a
Morocco,
halftime show.
Forget about it. Yeah, Morocco. Really? You're going to compare that to Dallas or Energy Stadium?
Yeah.
We just have such amazing stadium infrastructure here because of college football and
Yeah.
professional sports that
Right.
it's so hard to compete with what we have stadium wise.
Yeah. When
Like-
it comes to bread and circuses, we're the experts.
Oh yeah,
We keep people fed and amused so they don't revolt.
We are
I mean-
the preeminent empire. Like this is Rome.
Right.
You know?
We could have had every single game in a different stadium and then started over tomorrow and did the same thing again with all new stadiums. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, easily.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's the
And probably
that's
do
the
that
beauty
4
of-
times. To be fair, we could probably do that 4, 5, 6 times until we start getting
Right.
down to the comparable size stadiums that they used in, I don't know, Russia last time around.
I've
Right.
played in high school stadiums that make professional league stadiums over in, of course, I'm talking about the smaller teams. I'm not talking about the top level teams, but like some of the smaller league teams, like they're playing in like 1,500, 2,000 seat open air stadiums. Like I
Yeah.
played at a high school that sat like 10,000.
Dude, look up the Toronto Stadium where they held the World Cup. Just do a quick image search of that in Google, and I bet the high school stadium you're talking about is bigger than that. Right?
Like our
It
professional.
was a joke.
Yeah. It's the pro soccer league here. All of our pro league soccer stadiums are like 10 to 20,000 seat stadiums. They're built like miniature. Yeah.
And we couldn't even use them because they're way too small.
Yeah,
and we don't
our
really play
actual
soccer.
stadiums. Yeah, our actual soccer stadiums are just too small for this.
That's where our spring football plays, is in the soccer stadiums.
Yeah, I mean it's made for soccer. Yeah, but it only holds 20,000. We can't have a game there.
Yeah, no, not a World Cup game. No.
We need 80,000 people in there, buddy.
Yeah, it would have been interesting to put him in a place like Death Valley or Happy Valley up in Penn State, where they get like 110,000 in there with those big, huge sides. That would have been wild. But
University of Michigan is like 110, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Some of those stadiums would have been cool to see a game played in, but it's college football's spring is far too important to be interrupted by soccer.
Yeah, that's
Too much money
feel.
involved.
We finally got some rain, and they're lifting the fire bans tomorrow, so I can start doing barbecues again, which will be great.
How long you had a burn ban for?
I think it was June 30th. They put it on.
Cakewalk. We had one that
20
lasted
days.
like 6 months. I was going crazy.
When I first got down here to Texas, it was an 11-year drought.
Yeah.
And there was burn bans on water. Oh, man.
Yep. And
They had
nobody
the
blamed
water
the data centers
Nazis.
back then.
Water Nazis coming knocking at your door if you were watering on the wrong day, and if you turned it on too long, man.
Yep. Shower police.
Shower police.
Yep.
There's nothing like an emergency event of some sort for the Karens to get out their ruler.
Yeah, they come out in full force.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Where's
the
your
irony
mask?
is they're there with a little bottle of water yelling at you about water usage.
Yeah.
Just, they got to take their water supply with them. Walking across the street, you might get dehydrated.
It's possible.
People are nuts.
Yeah. We had a lot of that down in southern Arizona where I was at when I lived down there. We had a lot of issues with the water on and off because of just how close we were to like the end of the Colorado River. Like we lived down near the part where like it doesn't have water in it all year round anymore.
Right.
Yuma. That's called Yuma.
Well, I mean, that was on the opposite side of the state from where I was at. But yeah, we had the same problems as Yuma. We were just a little cooler.
I'm just happy I'm on a well.
That is the dream. Get on a well. That is the dream.
Yeah, and it's on dueling aquifers.
Oh, man.
Oh, nice.
They cross over
really
each other. So, yeah. I'm sorry. What was that, Mark?
I said you got really good water.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not that when I turn the spigot on, it smells like Clorox. I mean, that's what I have here in Temple.
I know. You take a little glass of water, you set it down for a bit, then you come back, look at it, stir it up, and you tell me those little white pieces don't look like toilet paper.
Oh, that.
Oh, I had that was how the Idaho, when I lived in the city
That's
in
the
Idaho.
calcium deposits. That's how much calcium's in the water.
Right. Because I like to calcify your pineal gland so you don't have access.
Yeah.
They shut down that third eye right away.
Can't be
Well, at
using
least
that.
they stopped putting fluoride in the water here.
Yeah. Test scores went up.
There was a magician guy who had this candid camera show a while back. I don't know if you guys know who I'm talking about, but he did this one scene where he had a glass of water and he put this like powder in it and started stirring it around, and it was just filled with all these like half invisible bugs, like just giant creepy collies.
Okay.
It looked like they were in there the whole time, and like with this stuff you could see them. And people were like, "You're kidding me? That's in a glass of water."
Yeah.
They were like an inch long and like looked like scorpions and shit, you know.
Put a
Worms.
strawberry in vinegar and see what happens. You won't eat
I always-
strawberries after that.
I always treat my anything we pick, berry wise, we always treat them
Mhm.
with vinegar water.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Another good one
wanna
too
be
is
extra
when you get
protein.
your pork before you take and roast it, pour Coca-Cola over top and wait a few minutes to see what crawls out. Yep.
Yeah, I always thought
Delicious.
that was for the flavoring.
No. And then you rinse it off, hoping that you didn't add more to it with the water you
Right.
just put on it.
Yep. How are you supposed to cook your pork?
Very high heat for a long
Yep.
time. Fried is
Oh,
best.
you guys don't like trichinosis? Come on.
Fried is best. No, it's hard to do radio with lockjaw. But anyways,
It's true. It's true. It is. It's very hard.
yeah, like this.
Is that what's wrong with Willie?
Maybe he has a little lockjaw.
Hey, hey, you sure that's right or no?
That's a very real possibility.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that could be it.
He does have all those glory holes and dirty monkeys.
He did post a picture of him wearing a Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio T-shirt.
T-shirt, yes. That may
Yeah.
pop
Yeah, I
up
saw
in
that.
stream. You know.
Yeah.
But it looks like Willie hasn't been eating as good either, because it looks like he's lost almost as much weight as I have from the last picture that I got from him.
He's on that Ozempic.
What's that?
He's on that Ozempic.
Oh, he's on Ozempic. Oh.
Yeah, I'm making it up. I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe
take-
he's on the lettuce version.
That could be it. The Taco Bell diarrhea lettuce.
That
Yeah.
could be. Yeah, I seen
Yeah.
that. Yeah, right from the institute there.
Yeah.
They're shipping it right
I-
out.
I mean, who
I
knew
think-
Taco Bell might give you explosive diarrhea?
Yeah, who knew?
Who knew?
Who knew?
Yep.
I think
Yeah.
you got to get some of that lettuce, and you need to package it in little pills and sell it to rich old ladies that need to lose weight.
Yeah. They used to give
There you
them
go.
tapeworms. You remember that?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
it was tapeworm.
Yep. Yep. Give you tapeworm.
Hey,
Now they just give you some sort of reptile venom.
there is something, I can't remember what it is. Me and my wife talked about this one time. There is an actual thing that chemical that tapeworms give off that if you have a certain kind of autoimmune disorder, it actually cures the autoimmune disorder.
It could.
Oh,
But you have to leave
there
the
you go.
tapeworm in. I can't remember
Oh,
what it is.
That's okay. You just got to leave the worm in, though.
Yeah, it has to like
That's what
once,
she
once you,
said.
once you take it out. Yeah, once you
Yep.
take it out, it's all
Leave
over.
the worm in.
Oh, God, just grow up, please.
Hey, it's just pre-show yet for a couple more minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
And we still have David Hogg, so, gotta...
Yeah,
view-
and I didn't retell the she's got worms and I like the fish joke. So,
It's positive things, man.
Yeah,
Positive.
positive
Yeah.
things can happen, yes.
yeah, exactly. Can always get worse. Rectum damn near killed him.
But oh, boom.
Yeah.
God.
It's a classic.
I know that's wild. You know, your dog gets worms, so you just leave them in there because you're like, yeah. Whenever I fish, I just go pull up one out of their turd and use it as bait.
Yeah, well, this was a joke about a guy's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah,
Wife dog.
exactly.
Female dog.
She got worms. Why'd you marry her? Well, I like to fish. Yeah.
And you wondered why she was such a great baker because of all that yeast, right?
Oh, man.
No.
Yeah, that's why Mark's still single. Yeah.
Again?
Yep.
Yet.
Yep. I don't know if you've been fruitful, but you sure as hell multiplied.
Happens when the yeast rises, don't you know?
Yeah. You know, can you believe that Gwyneth Paltrow sold a candle that smelled like her vagina?
No.
I can
Yep.
I can believe
Yeah.
that because she is
Yeah.
in Hollywood.
Yep.
I would buy one. Why not?
Yeah. Go to someone's house. Oh my God, is Gwyneth Paltrow here?
That's terrible.
You just got to prove it smells like that, though. You got to prove it
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean, if that's the offer.
All right, fellas.
Let me get a sniff.
Let's let David Hogg do his thing and go. Maybe he'll come back.
Flat
Yeah,
Earth.
man.
All right.
Don't touch the tree, bro.
And we'll come back
Yeah.
with the regular show.
Hey!
right.
I
All
can't
right.
do the show. I got lockjaw.
Are we leaving this room? And
Yep,
Start
and we're
over.
coming
leaving
right
this room.
back.
We're
See you on
leaving
the other
this room.
side, guys.
Bye.
Bye. All right, that was the pre-show for the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. Coming up in about a minute and a half, we got the regular show. I just got to get them started and restart this room again, and we'll get it going. There we go.
yes,
You guys back?
indeed.
All right.
We got about 60 seconds.
Something like that, or... There we go.
Excellent.
30 seconds now.
What? How many?
12.
Something like that.
Oh, God.
I guess you
La, la,
got
la,
to pee,
la, la,
right?
la. No, you do.
Oh, you know I do. I'm going to wait until you get on the air, though, and then go. Here's your countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you are live for the very first time tonight, right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition for July 19th, 2026. With me tonight, we got Doc in the house. Doc, man, did you catch any of this World Cup? It's finally over.
Yeah, I caught the last, I don't know, like 10, 15 minutes of play because, you know, I kept seeing the score was 0-0, so I waited till time was over to come in and watch the exciting part. But yeah, I watched. Yeah, I'm glad it's
And
over
I guess
now.
Europe won.
Well,
Europe
yeah.
won.
Communists, they got this one, but we'll get them next time. In 4 years, which is a pleasant thing.
The commies won. The colonizers beat the colonized Argentina.
Yeah.
Right? Is that how that
That's
works?
true.
Yeah, Spain were colonizers. And so, you know, we can't root for the colonizers. Even though all the Nazis went down to Argentina to hide out after the war. I don't know. It breaks even. Yeah, I don't understand the exact matrix that they follow, but I know the oppressed and repressor and all that, right?
Yeah, I don't know the exact score count for that on these two because there's a lot to count with these two. But
Yeah.
I mean, I would say somebody who was an oppressor got beat, and somebody who was
Okay.
oppressed at one time won. So
Now,
I think that works.
Doc, riddle me this. I see a highlight thing. It's like, World Cup highlights. And I look at it and it's a 25-minute video. And then I'm like, wait a minute, the score was 0-1. How did they fill the other 22 and a half, 23 minutes, right? Do you understand sports enough to explain that to me?
I understand that there are things that happen within soccer that soccer fans understand that the normies like me don't understand.
Oh,
but
okay.
There's no way there was 25 minutes worth of highlights in that game.
That's what I thought. I thought if that was a 3-minute video, I would have clicked it. But
I think you could have got away. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Sorry.
I need to make like a 2-minute short that's like all commentary and then like 4 seconds of the actual kick and then back to commentary.
That's basically what you're looking at. Yeah.
Yeah. And here he runs it up and he kicks it in. Okay, what'd you think of that?
Excellent. But yeah, I mean, we put on a heck of a party, though. That's for sure.
We did. I am so proud of America for putting on the best adult sleepover, I think I heard some commentator call it, in a long time. And I can't wait to do it again. I hope we get to do it again sooner than later. I think the world wants to do it again sooner than later. They just had Qatar and Russia, and then they, land in the United States. I mean, tell me, oh boy. And, we're just getting started here, folks. We've got Las Vegas. I dare the Irish to go to Las Vegas and drink them out of beer there. I dare you to try. They'll kill you.
Yeah. Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
What's that movie, Leaving Las Vegas?
Yeah, with Nicolas Cage.
Yeah. Exactly. Fantastic movie. If you think you're going to go drink Vegas dry, watch that movie first and think about it good and hard.
Yes.
You may regret your life choices. But anyway, I was excited. Happy to see it all come to such a great finale. And so to celebrate, I went down and got a giant taco salad. And it was so good, man. I usually end up like really hungry halfway through the show. So tonight I just stuffed myself before we started. Taco Bell got the big salad they have down there. Fantastic, man.
Living dangerous, I see. Living dangerous.
Yeah, I'm trying to lose a couple pounds, so I thought I'd get one of those, instead of my normal pizza platter combo.
Yeah. I mean, it'll work a little bit faster than you're hoping, but it'll work.
Yeah. You think I might lose a couple pounds eating that?
You might lose a couple pounds before the end of the show.
Yeah, okay. Folks, in other news, Taco Bell lettuce has been sourced as the contaminant to many people who've been hit with the explosive, quote unquote, explosive diarrhea that's been running around the country lately. I've read 2 articles. One traced it back to some farm, I think in California. Another one traced it back to a place in Mexico. Not sure which is which. Doesn't really matter. But be a little careful with your lettuce for the time being. There's some stuff floating around out there.
Yep.
Don't take the green lettuce.
Yeah. Well, I mean, lettuce is really for rabbits anyway. Stick to things that have actual fruit to them, like maybe some root vegetables. Stay away from that leafy stuff. That's for the rabbits anyway.
Yeah. I won't even go there. I was reminded of a T-shirt I once saw back in college. But anyway, that's going around, and I was kidding. I did not eat a giant salad from Taco Bell earlier, so rest assured, folks, we will not be having to end the show early tonight over technical difficulties. So last week, the House passed a bill to make daylight savings permanent. No more spring forward, fall back, all that stuff. moving forward now, it's just going to be one time every year. I live in Arizona, so this isn't even a thing for me. You guys are the ones that bounce the time of my show around every year. So half the year it's at 2 o'clock, the other half the year it's at 3 o'clock. So I got to keep track of that, or is it 3 and 4? I don't know. I have to figure it out with every time. But yeah, that I think is it's like, okay, there's two sides to this coin. One is you don't set your clocks back anymore. You just go to bed, you wake up, and most times you don't even realize you lost or gained an hour of sleep, right? It's on a Sunday morning. You know, most of the time you don't even notice. But on the other hand, it really does make the sun go down an hour early in the wintertime. Do you really want one day in the fall? Gosh, it's getting dark early, and then the next day, boom, let's move it up an hour. Let's make it get dark an hour early. I think that sounds great. Like, no, I want to go home. I want to come home, have a little bit of sun left, you know? That'll sit on my porch for an hour and maybe get a little bit of sunshine before it drops down over the horizon. But what do you think, Doc?
Well, I think I'm probably one of the few people who supports universal time as a standard, and I would make it with no time zones. So if it's 2300, all the, at 2300, it's 2300 on the planet, and if 2300 wherever the sun is in your time, that's what it does at that time. But I know I'm an oddball.
Okay.
That's but the other side of it, I've heard some people argue the standard time rather than the daylight savings time as the permanent, because they live in a more northern area where it's, you know, they're sending kids to school at pitch black in the morning, and they don't want to do that. That was why it didn't pass or didn't stay in the 70s. They reversed it. But I think I lived in Arizona and when I lived in Arizona, it was great not having to worry about it. But it was odd when the sun would be out at like almost 10 o'clock at night. That was a little odd.
Yeah, it's and obviously when you get further north, the sun sets like much later. You know, you'd be surprised by the time you get up to like Toronto in July, the sun is setting, 11 o'clock at night. Yeah, the longest day of the year.
Yeah.
Get up to Alaska, forget about it. You got a permanent daytime. You know.
Yep. Exactly.
But yeah, I don't know. I just find it a complication. Now, having just one time zone for the entire planet seems kind of New World Order-ish, but I guess I can see what's going on. You know, that's tough though, because I got a friend in Japan I do business with, right? So I just got to know that his day starts at, I don't know, 0600 or something, right? Whereas mine starts at 1200.
Yep. I mean, is that really any different than memorizing all the time zones and the various add and minus? I mean, it's wildly different than what we have right now, but is it any more complex memory-wise? I don't think so.
I don't know. You'd have to just know, like, you'd have to have some question, like, what time does the sun rise in Tokyo? Right? And I'd say, it's 1200 hours. Like,
Right.
Okay. So then I should call him at like, 12:30 or 1 or whatever, and, he'll be good to go. I guess it's an interesting concept. I've never really tried to wrap my mind around the realities of making that happen, but it really could work. It's interesting.
It's something similar to what the military does keep track of the time zones, but they use the 24-hour clock. And so, I mean, I just think one universal time, your sun comes up at whatever time your sun comes up. It would probably be better for human beings altogether if people got up and started their business day with the sun rather than when the clock said. But, I don't think we're ready for that yet.
No, probably not. But we'll get there someday. It's like computers all kind of run on the same time, so to speak, right?
Yep.
Which is why that Y2K thing was going to take everybody out. But I don't know. I think if we get rid of daylight savings, that might be the real Y2K.
I don't know. I wonder if it saved as many candles as they thought it was going to save.
Can you imagine though? Like, we get rid of daylight savings, everyone's like, cool, whatever. And then that's the real Y2K. The whole thing crashes.
Yeah, all the computers just stop working for no.
Just the whole thing crashes, man. No, nothing. You can't get gas. You can't do nothing. Your flashlight doesn't work anymore because it's got a chip in it.
You know, there are there's quite a few and a growing number of people who would be okay with that.
Yeah. Well, help me out. I mean, I might be able to survive it. I don't know. I don't want to live under a bridge, bro.
No, neither do I. I very much like running water.
Yeah, it's nice.
I lived without it for 2 years, and it was not pleasant.
Anyway, let's move on to an article, the scoop that has come out of the DNC. Basically, the head of it, Ken Martin, chairman of the Democratic National Committee, made Democrat officials sign a non-disclosure agreement before they could view the party's financial records at a recent meeting. Okay, according to Axios.
Yeah.
So we know they're in bad shape, right? The reckoning out there is that there's something like 13 million on hand and another 18 million in debt. But meanwhile, the RNC has 125 million on hand with no debt. They're in trouble. They've got no money to throw at these socialist, outliers that they're trying to run for office.
Yeah, but that's not how they raise money anymore. The DNC is just a shell, and it's a corporation. It's not how they do it anymore. They all of their candidates are individually funded through super PACs and things like Act Blue, and they get direct funding. They don't even do DNC funding anymore. So every candidate's got a direct funding link to this big network of donors, and the money flows right in. I mean, from what I was looking at, they're the war chests of the candidates that are up and running right now totals to like 500 and some million. And so they're playing shell games. That's what it is.
Gotcha. So we need not be worried about the future of the Democratic National Committee. They're in strong hands. Yeah. Okay. Who knows? Now the RNC is having a convention here coming up pretty soon, in Texas, if I'm not mistaken, which is a rare thing for them to do in an off-year, election like this. And it should be. I was reading how they're really trying to make it a very efficient sort of fundraising system, a place to network, a place to, get those checks to lock down your candidate and pay them off. So if you're a billionaire, you can go there and it's like going to Olive Garden. You got a menu and you can kind of pick and choose which things you want to eat. You want to try the sampler plate, you can, buy this politician or that politician. It's all up for choice. Just put it in the cart and pay it at the register.
Yep. That's the way the system works these days.
Yeah, it's a shame. It really is. It's a shame. We need to get money out of politics.
Yeah. And well, as long as government controls the money printer for the most part, that's probably going to be difficult to do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. I mean, there's just such an incentive of these corporations to spend whatever money they can on securing whatever level of power they can from that system. Because, it was like Elon said when they were going through Doge, and they found 7 computers that they could just type numbers in, hit send, and it would deposit that money into a bank account. That's creating money out of thin air. As long as there's stuff like that going on with the government, there's a whole lot more incentive to buy off a politician than there is to change the system.
Yeah, and USAID, it just seems to me that we're seeing the ramifications of that money drying up, right? A lot of these organizations that were doing horrific things are just not doing it anymore. The caravans coming across Mexico, just on and on and on. So much of the Black Lives Matter stuff. And, that's up to question too, because all that stuff's coming up with this new speech and these revelations Trump made on Thursday night. Since our last show, we haven't been able to cover that yet. So Trump on Thursday night came out, speech to the nation, which wasn't covered by ABC, NBC, CNN, all the typical people you'd expect not to cover the president speaking to the nation, didn't cover the president speaking to the nation. But he brought up a number of different issues that were going on during the last election in 2020, dropped the receipts on the whitehouse.gov page for anyone to go look at. And it really connected China back into everything that was going on with all the ballots that were out there running loose throughout the country, voter rolls, you name it. It really is incriminating stuff. And it ties back to several, people in the Obama circle that help apparently in coordination with other foreign entities to make some of this stuff happen. So we talk about when is the deep state going to be drained, when our head's going to roll. I think that was a big step towards seeing some people actually getting taken out. Maybe I'm crazy.
I don't have a lot of faith at this point that there's going to be any kind of effort to actually put anybody in jail. I just don't. The government in my lifetime has not given me any reason to trust that there are people with enough power inside of it who want change for change to actually happen. And if Trump can prove me wrong and get somebody arrested for this stuff, that'd be great. It'd be probably a better thing to just get our entire election system back onto a standard of paper and one-day voting. That would probably be better, but I don't think we even have the political ability to do that at this point.
Well, the D.C. Circuit Judge just upheld the other day that if states don't provide their voting rolls and all the other relevant information that's been requested by the Trump administration, then the U.S. Postal Service does not have to deliver their ballots. It can be ordered not to by the president. So in a lot of these places, like let's say Colorado, where it's 100% mail-in voting, if they don't adhere to this, then poof, they can't mail out their ballots willy-nilly to the whole world. And now what are you going to do? You got to do in-person elections because you can't do the mail-in because no one's going to mail them for you. Unless you, again, hire like FedEx or something to do it, which I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah, California, I could see absolutely inking a deal with FedEx or UPS to deliver all of their ballots in perpetuity if something like that were to take place. Now, the places like Oregon, where our budget is much more constrained because we don't have this huge economic base to suck off of, it might be more difficult. That might get fought here just out of a cost issue. But I could see California absolutely hiring FedEx or UPS to do the deliveries.
Mm-hmm. And you'd have to have the return envelope, self-stamped envelope inside there, right? For FedEx to get it back. Yep. And so then what you'd end up with, because you can't just drop it in the mailbox. So the ones that go in the mailbox, what happens to those? Do they get confiscated?
Yeah, I would assume so. Yeah.
Or do they just hold them somewhere and say, yeah, come get them? Or I don't know. They can't really legally deliver a FedEx package, right? But if they know it's a ballot, then they especially can't. I don't know. It's wild. The number of ballots that would come back through a FedEx scenario would be all over the place. There'd be so many issues. You might only get like a 20% of them back because all the people who can't figure out how to get ID are never going to figure out how to put their ballot back in a FedEx envelope and then drop it off at a FedEx drop spot.
Yeah, it would certainly cut into the amount of ballots that actual voters put in, but it would make the amount of ballots that they can print and sign for the homeless pretty much unlimited. Because they could just, send them out by the pallet through UPS to the counting center.
Yeah. But those guys on the street.
Yeah, exactly.
Those guys on the street, James O'Keefe exposed a couple weeks ago, right? Just send it to those guys directly and have them line up the homeless people and just sign this guy's name right here, which is exactly what they're doing. The shocking part is they were only giving them like $2, Now, granted, maybe they did like 40 ballots and made $80 and got, their buzz on, right? But for $2, what's the point? You got to do dozens to make that worth your while, even as a homeless person. I mean, have you seen the price of crack cocaine lately?
Yeah. I mean, that's why
Worse
they're
than
going back
gas.
to the meth.
It's worse than gasoline, I tell you.
Yeah, you got to watch out for those inflationary costs, especially when you got all the interdictions taking place.
Uh-huh. But yeah, this stuff is happening. What we saw, New York City dropped down to like 9% of the millionaires in the country when it was like 20%, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. In other words, it was a sharp decline. Let's just put it that way. A sharp decline in the number of millionaires living in New York City as of 2022. And that number, I guarantee you, has gone down a lot since then. I bet it's gone down as much in the last 6 to 9 months as it has in the year to 2 years prior to it. You know,
Yep.
it's a dead end road. And I'll tell you, Martha McCallum just had on the Democrat Socialists of America representative for New York City. Let's see. Let me see if I'm getting that right. And he was on the other day, Fox News, and lordy, she asked him why his parents came to America in the first place. And his response was that because America is an imperialist country, they were oppressed down there, so they moved here to America. And she's like, are you kidding me? Like, so you moved to the imperialist country that's oppressing you? Like, that makes no sense.
You gotta love third worlder logic right there.
Yeah. It's wild. And this guy is very arrogant, he's got a big ponytail, and he always talks like this, at the end of every sentence. That's why you got to go after the rich, right? Like Rachel Maddow always does, She sounds like the stuck-up sorority girl.
Yeah. You get that a lot with these types.
Exactly. Oh my God. So you got to suck the rich. But his platform, dogs, if you're listening out there, they are going to get rid of the presidency and the Supreme Court. All powers will be put into the Congress. Get rid of the Senate as well. No more Senate. The Supreme Court will act underneath said Congress, as will the president. They will work under the Congress at the leisure of the Congress, at their direction. They want to completely upend. He gets on there with Martha McCallum. He says the Senate is null and void. It is no good. It is racist. It's all these things because, 30 million people in California and only, 8 million in Rhode Island or whatever it is. I don't know, 2,150,000. I don't know what Rhode Island has. But you get the point. Wyoming, California, same Senate representation. Why did they do that? Because A, we're not a democracy. We are a republic. And every one of the states has equal representation in the Senate, 2 seats each. Then the House presents the population. So the seats are divvied up by how many people live in each state, and that's how many congressional seats they get. I wonder what some of these Democratic senators think when they actually hear Chuck Schumer. What do you think when you hear these people calling for the end of the Senate? You spent your entire life there. What do you think, Nancy Pelosi? What are you behind this?
No, I'm pretty sure they're not. But I don't think it's insanity. Well, I mean, it's crazy, but I don't think it really matters because the people that are going to vote for these guys, they want to burn it down. It doesn't matter if you're talking about people who are going to vote for these candidates just because they're really angry at the current system, and so they figure voting for socialists will burn it down faster, or if they really believe socialism's the way to go. It doesn't really matter. Like, there's a group of people that are going to vote for these guys because it's radical change, and we're not getting the radical change that they want. Like, when there's a large swath of young people who are completely fed up with the system, and these people are willing to vote for anybody who that promises radical change. It's why so many young people voted for Donald Trump in 2024. And they are very upset with the way things are going, and they're gonna vote for this kind of stuff. We need to actually give them a reason not to vote for this stuff. We can't just point out that it's bad. They don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the reason not to is to say that, look, we've already figured this out. We've already done it. America has got it dialed in. We just need to, as you and I were talking about a minute ago, get rid of the money in politics. Get rid of the fact that, you get into the Congress, your sacred Congress that you guys want to turn into the, like, I don't know, the Federation Union or whatever you want to call it, some, complete dictatorship that they together can vote for any law they want with a simple majority. You don't want that. You don't want this group that has this unending power. So in essence, what we need to do is show them that if we get the money out of the politics, we make it not so like you can't work all day when you're in this Congress. You have to just start raising money the day you get elected. That's your whole job. If you work for 10 hours, 9 of those hours every single day of your life, you're trying to raise money. That's not how it should work in Washington. You shouldn't have to even vie for this stuff. You get enough signatures, you become an official person on the ballot, and there should be some support, I think, given to you, by the news stations, by whatever that's out there to get your word out to some degree. So to have you listed on X or whatever as an official candidate in this district so that your tweets get the attention of people who live in your district, that they're seen by them, so they can be easily found. And everything you want to say, you can put it out there all day long, and people can read it, and it's free. That's a much better. I don't know. Go ahead.
I agree that those would be good steps to have in place in the system, like good things to do. Arizona does something similar, though, and it hasn't stopped the corruption in Arizona. Like the issue, I think that the youth are really upset about is something so structural that I don't think just getting the money out of politics can actually fix it. I think there's a fundamental flaw in the way that we put together the system after a period of time. And that has to do with like the banking. We have in 1913, the central bank comes back. Then we have the income tax put on top of that. And then we get the social infrastructure that was put in place by FDR after that. And what we've done, quite accidentally in some cases, is established a system that is perpetually chasing this huge block of individuals called the baby boomers through the system. And they've gotten, it's not their fault, right? They were born when they were born. They didn't decide this on their own. But they were born in a sweet spot, and they were given a whole bunch of front-end benefits that are no longer available to the youth, like as far as what things cost versus what you make, the ability to go out and make something out of yourself in this particular economy. If you're not in the top 5 or 10% intelligence-wise, you don't have all the skills necessary to be an entrepreneur, it's difficult to make a life for yourself as compared to that generation, because we put things in place that have put them in direct competition with an entire system. They're not fighting each other for a merit-based system anymore. They're fighting an entire system that's geared to place certain people in certain spots, and they're frustrated by it. And I don't think we can fix that just by making tweaks. I think we need actual radical transformation back to a more traditional republic system, maybe even doubling or tripling the number of members in the House to open up representation more, We need radical changes, and the Democrats are promising radical change. Whether they, they're actually going to do anything or not is completely beside the point. Like we have to. That's the target audience we need to vote for Republicans. People that are so fed up with the system that they don't vote or want to vote to burn it down. We got to convince them to don't burn it down. We actually can fix this. I don't know how you do that.
Yeah.
But that's the message that we need to get across.
Well, one thing we're up against here now is there is a large boomer population that still have homes that are way too big for them and have yet to really downsize. I mean, when the housing market really, all those things start hitting it, it's just going to push down some of the values of homes out there. There's a bunch of things. Even the stock market has a potential to see a massive correction just based on the fact that, hey, the boomers, all of a sudden they need to start actually selling stocks to live off,
right,
their savings, their retirements. And so you go into a 10, 15-year period where you're just going to have, a steady eddy every single week. This number of shares are going to be sold on the New York Stock Exchange so that, these millions and millions of people, this giant bubble, population bubble, can go buy their food, Houses, there's going to be a lot of areas where I hope some of that does come to be where we just see some relief in that, because a lot of them are sitting on a paper profit of several $1 million on a home, and it's great, but when they all try to sell at the same time, they may not experience that paper profit for real, which is another reason why you don't want to tax paper profits, folks. You can't tax someone's assets. You can be worth $1 million on paper, but good luck trying to liquidate it all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, especially with things like property, they're so illiquid. It's such a hard thing to move in a bad economy that, the property tax thing, and it's one of many things that are structured that really hurt people in the long run from being having roots in the system. Like, people need to have a actual amount of skin in the game that they feel like there's potential, there's hope for tomorrow. And the less people that have skin in the game, the more people are willing to vote to burn it down, unfortunately.
Yeah. And I think, TikTok and Facebook and whatnot have done a big disservice to a lot of people. I mean, you see these interviews on the streets and they ask the girl, what kind of date, what were your requirements to date a guy? And they've got to be 6'2", they've got to make $250,000, on and on and on. And they're like, okay, you just narrowed it down to like 0.00001% of the population.
Yep.
Right. And no wonder you can't find your man. Your man doesn't exist. Right. If you can check 2 or 3 out of the 5 boxes you just, put out there, then you'll find. So in other words, there's an expectation that life is a lot easier than it is when you see influencers out there like, a Mr. Beast, just boom, make it huge. He's 25 and he's dropping $100,000, anywhere he goes. Right.
Yep.
It's tough on people. It creates very unrealistic expectations.
Yeah. Oh, and that's another thing that it's on top of the actual difficulties that are there. They're uneducated about those difficulties, and they get into the real world and they're completely blindsided. It gives them culture shock. And so the realities of the world, when you get out of school right now with, say you got $60,000 to $100,000 in debt because you went for a major program like engineering, or you went to get some sort of doctorate level that actually can make money with it. Now you're a slave to whatever job will hire you until you pay that debt off. You can't make moves. You can't go get a business loan and start your own firm. Like those things aren't available to you because you're tied into this debt structure already. And then you make it hard for them to get a job when they get out because of the way the economy is structured. Labor costs. Yeah, like labor's costs are one of the easiest places for companies to move things around to keep their budgets going. So it's difficult to convince people that this all can be fixed. I mean, I'm 100% certain it can be, but it's going to take time. And I don't know that, like you said, I don't know that this generation has the correct perspective and expectations of a difficult life. You have to actually work probably harder than any generation in the last 2 or 3. You know.
This DSA socialist on Martha McCallan was asked about the bodega around the corner from the $30 million city-owned grocery store. It's like, do you think they're going to go out of business? What do you have to say to them? And he said, if you go out of business because of this, then you're probably in the wrong business or you're not very good at it. You know, there's just lack of any sort of attempt to try to get the voters, the bodega owners to vote for you. That's a constituency. It's a big one.
Yeah.
To try to get them to vote for you, just, I don't care. You know, it's like the Seattle mayor when she said, hey, someone asked her, hey, there's millionaires leaving. What do you say to that? She's like, see you later. Ha 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 ha.
Yep. And Washington's governor, just like Katie Hochul, had to beg millionaires to stay.
Uh-huh. Yeah, this report came out in New York saying they lost $11 billion in revenue, since up to 2022 from millionaires leaving. It's a scary number, folks. When you lose $11 billion over a several-year period, you're only looking at more coming forward. I'm telling you, man. COVID did a number on New York because they all saw what it could be like in Florida. If you were working on Wall Street, making, buku bucks, you got an office down in Miami. You get on a plane, you go down there for a couple of days, meet the people down there, look around. It's all free. Everyone's on the beach having a good time. There's no COVID. You go back up and you say, honey, pack your bags. We're going to Florida. There's just no two ways about it. They got a desk down there for me and I'm ready to go. Are you ready to go? By the way, it's 85 degrees down there and it's, 35 up here.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of positives to moving down south.
Mm-hmm. I mean, don't tell her about the 110% humidity and the mosquitoes the size of your fist.
Yeah, you leave that part out. You leave that part out when you're trying to convince the wife, for sure.
Oh, and alligators. I forgot to mention the alligators. Yeah, you don't want to sleep. You don't want to be out there in the night. Yeah, no. No, they feed at night, honey. They feed at night. Just come inside. Oh, man. Yeah, so it is what it is. But, a lot of these cities, they're seeing it. Chicago just saw another couple major businesses leave. One of the stores that, like the Home Depot or one of those, just True Value, I think it is True Value, just left after being there for 100 years. Warren Salt left it. They're just up and voting with their feet, man. They've got the choice. It's not hard. It's America. When France did this, it didn't work, but they all had to at least go to a different country. Here, you don't even need to go to another country. You don't need a passport, nothing. Just pack your U-Haul and off you go. They'll deliver it door to door. It's actually pretty easy to move nowadays. You just point to where you want the furniture and boom.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the physical bifurcation may actually save us from having a total civil war, honestly. Because then blue states can do blue state things and red states can do red state things.
Exactly. And on that note, folks, we're going to take a break. This is the Censorship Sucks Round Table Radio Show, Sunday night edition, so stay tuned. A lot more coming up right after this. Hi, Blue.
All right, we're on radio break.
Yes, I'll be right back.
Wow, Blue, you can jump in and out of the car. Good.
She's a
Look
good
at you
girl.
go, baby.
Oh, yeah.
What a girl. Oh, man. I ate so much yesterday.
What'd you have?
Oh, man, I had 2 big breakfasts. I had one with, sausage, pancakes, and eggs. And then I had another one with this, I had some Vietnamese people staying near me here, and they gave me this, porridge stuff that had brown sugar and peanuts over the top of it.
Oh, man, I bet that was good. How spicy was it, though?
It was so good. No spice whatsoever.
No?
It was like a white, kind of like an oatmeal, but like not
Oh.
shredded or something. I don't really know how to
Like a
describe
gruel?
it. It was good though.
Almost like an oatmeal. Yeah, you said oatmeal.
Yeah, you know.
Sounds great.
But then I got a double cheeseburger with some chips and a watermelon, and then
That's gonna
for
put the
dinner.
that's gonna put the lid on your coffin. The double cheeseburger.
Oh, it was good.
Yeah.
And for dinner, it was like this. I don't know. I don't even know what it was. Just some beef and rice dish, but the beef was like red and not spicy, but like really, I don't know, spicy, but not hot spicy. Just really, really flavorful.
Me,
With the
Alex.
soup, man.
Yeah.
The soup, it looked like a broccoli soup with like big stalks in it, but the stalks were super soft and just like melted in your mouth. It was. I looked at it and I'm like, what am I going to do with that? Like it looked like a bowl of grass or something, and it was so good.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't even tell you what vegetable it was. Can't even tell you. Never had it.
It sounds really good. We had
Mm-hmm.
Alex took me and Victoria to Chick-fil-A yesterday. You know,
Oh, nice.
I don't normally eat there, but it was really good. I was impressed. Yeah,
What do
it
you
was
get?
pretty good. I had the what was it? The number 2. It's the one with the fried chicken with cheese, lettuce and tomato, and then
Sandwich,
I
or-
got a fruit cup on the side. Yeah, it was really good.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah,
You know, if I told you I'd never been to a Chick-fil-A, I've never been to one.
yeah. I mean, they
either.
have them here. The kids really like it, but I'm not big on
Mhm.
chicken. But I was, for me to be impressed about, and you got quite a bit for what I spent, so I was impressed with that. So it was good.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's delicious. I'm sure I'd like it, but I've just never been to it. I've driven by a few, but then, like, if I ever go to somewhere where there's a Chick-fil-A, there's probably an In-N-Out, like, right next door, so I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, screw it. I'm going there.
I like In and Out. I kind of wish we had a White Castle here. I,
Yeah.
I miss White Castle. I like it. If
Yeah.
all the
And
heartburn,
those frozen ones,
yeah, they're not the same,
like,
but they're okay.
no, you can get those microwave ones, but they're all right, yeah, but they're just not the same.
Yeah, it's not the same. Come on,
Yeah.
I don't think I've
They sure
eaten
sell
at a
the shit
fast
out of
food
them, though.
place in a while.
Well, do.
My last fast food dinner or food, you know what?
30 seconds, guys.
I bet it's been close to a year since
And-
I've had fast food.
Really? How much
Yeah,
weight have
but
you
I
lost
should-
because of that, though?
No, I don't know. I'm the same healthy, skinny guy I've always been.
That's awesome. But here's your countdown: 5,
Oh, God.
4,
Oh, no.
3,
I'm scared.
2,
Don't do it, Mark.
1.
Don't
And
stop.
you're back live and on the radio side right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. Sunday night edition, as we're going through all the news in the world. So have you heard about these new Olive Garden passes that they're selling? They sold a bunch of these, like 10,000 of them, and it was $100, and it gave you unlimited pasta for like the next month and a half, 13 weeks, actually, for 13 weeks, 3 months. Pretty interesting. It was all over the place. Have you heard about this? Have you heard about that one?
I did. Didn't they require you to have something or provide some sort of identification of some kind? I think they required a driver's license, maybe, or a photo ID.
Somebody asked a great question. They said, are you able to order pasta for the family using this pasta pass, or is that exclusive to the person with the card at the table? I don't know about you, but I'd feel really weird if just one person having unlimited pasta while everyone else awkwardly waits. And their response was, no, The never-ending pasta pass is only for use by the pass holder. His name is printed on the pass. Passes are personalized and non-transferable. Pass holder must present a valid photo ID along with the pass at the time of ordering. So, okay, someone here responds and says, Olive Garden CEO for Senate Majority Leader.
Yes. Got my vote. Got my vote.
I want my elections to be as secure as the never-ending pasta pass at Olive Garden.
Yeah, yeah.
If I could,
Go ahead.
and then someone else asked, what if I give birth at an Olive Garden location? Is my baby entitled to never-ending pasta as well?
I don't think so.
No.
No, I don't think so. It's non-transferable. So
Exactly. Even the breast milk is going to be debated here.
Well, it's kind of funny, but it goes to show you that if something's really important and there's a desire and a willpower to do it, they can do it. Like, have an ID for a list, kind of similar to what they do like when you're voting, I mean, it's a very similar thing. You would imagine they could do that for a really important thing that we call voting. But apparently that is too much to ask for California, Oregon, Washington, New York State. I don't know, just there's a whole list of them that's too much to ask.
Yeah, and so our elections are never really ever, they were never intended to be as secure as the Olive Garden never-ending pasta pass, right? I mean, it's just the level of security, you're never going to get that in an election, whereas you can at an Olive Garden location with the unlimited pasta pass. So it's good to know that at least that's going to be secure if our democracy isn't.
Yeah, well, I mean, it kind of proves the libertarian point that, the private sector can do it better than the government can.
Oh, on every single point, at every moment.
Yeah. Maybe we should put Olive Garden in charge of the elections.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Yeah, Stephen Miller replied and said, we've reached a point in society where access to fettuccine at Olive Garden is vastly more secure than deciding who the commander-in-chief of the country is.
Yeah. Kind of ironic.
Yeah. Although I need to put a sick at the end of that because he didn't end it in a preposition. Who is commander-in-chief of the country? So my apologies for misquoting him and adding a preposition to the end of his sentence. Like a fool. Like a fool.
See, now you're talking past my intellectual ability with language. I don't know what a preposition is. I failed grammar so bad.
Don't you worry. You talk purdy too. Don't you worry. You talk good.
I know. It's the hillbilly in me, I'm telling you.
That's
just
right.
have a natural way with things.
Speaking of hillbillies, J.D. Vance just gave birth today. Well, he didn't give birth. Usha gave birth, but they just had a son. So congratulations to J.D. and Usha for welcoming a newborn son into the world on July 19th. Right
Number 4.
On the last day. Right on the last day of the World Cup, no less. That kid's first thing he did when he woke up was sat there and watched the World Cup with his dad.
I don't know about that. Maybe.
It's possible. It's possible.
Maybe.
That'd be a thing, though. If you grew up to be a big sports fan, especially Spain, hey. And it's not impossible. He could, reject his father completely, move to Spain and work with the communists over there to, advance the cause for their comrades.
I mean, he's going to be half Indian, and so some Indians are very, very communist. Just saying, it could happen.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Gosh, I was watching ADV China the other night. They do a live show every Friday night, and I was watching it for a while, and it sucked me in. I actually was on it for a good hour or more. And they were talking about all the flooding going on in China, and they had this big map of the country behind them. And they were showing, okay, this giant flood you're seeing here, where the water is up to the to the street signs on the highway. When you're on the freeway and it says get this lane for this way, that lane for that way. The water was right up to the bottom of those. And so semi trucks and everything going under it at 80 miles an hour, like have 3 feet of clearance, you know, way up there. We're talking, I don't know, 20 feet deep of water everywhere. And then they go to the next clip and they show where on the map it is. And it's the same thing, an entire massive city, all the way up to like the top of the first floor, covered in stagnant water that's just sitting there, nowhere to drain. And another city, and another city. And then there's this big dam that broke. And that dam that broke flooded everything down river of it. I mean, everything. The whole like plateau down there. It was up to over their eyeballs, you know, in water. And they showed where that was on the map. And they were just saying it's like if Texas, Ohio, New York, Maine, Florida, and you know Nevada were all underwater at the same time, and in just massive industrial areas. It was actually mind-boggling, and they boiled it down to the fact that they just don't do drainage over there. When they make a big city, they don't give it a single thought. They don't think about where the water is going to go. They don't care. They just don't have the need to think that far ahead. It was wild to watch, man. It was wild to watch. They showed a house that was under construction still. It was just like the frame of the house. They didn't put the windows in it was just, you know, concrete. And it's just falling back slowly into the river and just goes away. Poof. It falls into the river and it's just gone. A brand new house. They showed a parking structure where on the bottom floor, the concrete in the wall, there's a leak coming through it. And then all of a sudden the leak gets bigger and bigger and the wall collapses and all this trash and construction material was just stuffed into the wall. And then they splattered concrete over that and called it a finished job and got paid. Right? Meanwhile, the first big storm comes through. It's incredible the damage that's happening over there right now. It really is. I don't know. I'm kind of speaking on something you probably haven't seen, but or at least too much of it.
I've seen a little bit of it. I also heard that they opened a couple dams too, and flooded a couple areas intentionally so they could avoid the dam breaking and flooding another area, and which is also very common in China because you know one small town's communist leader doesn't want his town to be mad at him, so he floods the town next door instead. And that's the level of corruption over there. This is what New York City is looking forward to. I mean, New York City was already a super corrupt place, but you put communists in charge and the corruption triples.
Yeah, just wait till they get real communism. This isn't real. They've never tried it for real. Yeah. You know, because if they had tried it for real, Elon Musk wouldn't have been the first trillionaire on this planet.
Well, there wouldn't have been any trillionaires. We would all be eating out of the dirt cookies like they do in Asia. Or Haiti, sorry.
Oh, yeah, Haiti, yeah. Oh, man, that's a real thing.
Yeah,
It is. You say that, it's a real thing. Like, they mud cakes. They make cake out of mud and eat it, and it fills your stomach up.
Yep, and it has trace minerals, so it keeps them just enough alive that they can make some more of themselves and also be starving.
Yeah. Wow. What an existence. Doc, where can people find you online?
You can always follow me over on the Twitter, of course, Rumble, Minds.com, and Odyssey at Doctor420. That's Doctor with an E at Doctor420.
On that note, folks, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back after these messages.
All right. We're on radio break.
All right. Oh, look, I got doggy visitors.
Aww.
Oh, the puppies are out. Uh-oh. Oh, the puppies are out.
Puppy.
Like, if herding cats is pretty difficult, but herding chihuahuas is not much better. You got a herd around here. We got 3 of them, and they're all retarded. But I love them. one of them jumped off the chair the other day. He's old. He's like 16. He jumped off the chair the other day, and he had a front tooth that was going bad, and he hit his face on the ground and knocked his tooth out.
Oh boy.
He was very upset for a whole day. Not happy.
I bet. Blue's just moseying around. She's just got this slow walk she does, and she covers, like, I don't know how many miles a day. Just slowly walking around, snipping everything.
Zeus does the same thing. He was having a hard time there walking there for a while. He got up to chase a car, got up too quick, and he's not the puppy he used to be. And he threw his hip out. So for about a good month and a half, he wasn't jumping up on anything, and he was like wobbling here and there. I'm like, but now he got spring back to his step now, so he can't keep up with Nona, the little one now, but he's doing a lot better than what he did. I was like, man, see, I'll give you my card, and I'll get a new one, for the old guy card, And we just sit and watch the young ones do what they do. Anyways, let's go ahead and switch rooms.
All right.
All right. And get us up and back for the last hour and bring in Willie. All right, folks. Second hour coming right up. Be right back with some more Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show with Willie the Worm Farmer. Let me get it back up on. There we go. Welcome back. Welcome back.
All right.
Ashley Webb. Who's Ashley Webb again? Do you guys know?
That name sounds so familiar. Where's...
It's too generic for me to place a face to it.
Okay.
Why? What's it in relation to?
No, Willie said he wanted to. He hopes I talk about her tonight. I'm like, I don't think I know who that is. I'm gonna pretend like I do though, and then cover a totally different story.
Oh.
Yeah, it's. I want to say a writer, but I don't think I know who that is now.
I was thinking a psychic. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Where is he? Where did he go?
Willie.
There he is.
Oh.
Oh no.
Right, guys, don't.
Hey. Oh. Thought you was having berry problems. Trying to connect up.
No, I know, man. Hey, it takes me a second, man. I got to unmute and put my speaker on and all that good stuff, man. Come on.
Yeah.
All that buttons. Got to watch out.
Yeah.
And make sure you're on the right CB channel too.
Yeah. Hey, we broadcasting live off the billboard out here on I-26 in Sandy Run, South Carolina, man. Hey, it's been a while since I've been down to Waldo.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Are you sure everything's doing all right down there in Waldo? Haven't been out there in a while.
Man, dadgum. Oh, I can't say dadgum on the radio. I don't know. I guess Hansel's still running things down there. Come on. I ain't heard from Aunt Mama Lou. She done disappeared on me, and I think she done run off with Saul Good or something, man.
Can't trust nobody these days.
Willie's Worm Farm, a Saul Good production.
Yeah, no, Jake and Gus, man.
No,
Drake and Gus, Uncle Drake and Uncle Gus, man. They got them a production company. It's Drake and Gus Production. Drake and Gus.
I doubt
What about
that.
Aunt Lucy?
They call it Drake Gus for short.
No, they do not.
Yeah, how they do though, man? Come on.
in your southern swamp dreams.
I see that Doc 69 in there. How y'all are, Doc 69?
I am doing well. Doing well.
Uh-oh, watch your
Can't
wallet.
complain. Nobody listens anyhow.
Yeah, no. Hey, I got ideas, man. Hey, I got entrepreneurships that we can get in on.
Let's do it. Let's make some money.
You gonna make the spaghetti tree farm?
Yeah, that's an idea, man. How I looked that up, you told me about it. That was some kind of hoax from 1957, man. Hey, people believe that for real. Did they get spaghetti off a tree? Some woman, she put spaghetti in a tree and told people to come pick it. Yeah.
My brother planted a hot dog thinking there was going to be a hot dog tree one time when he was younger.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember planting popcorn in the ground, man, thinking it was going to grow some popcorn, but it didn't do it.
No.
It just came up just like regular corn, didn't it?
No, man, ants got it. Hey, I done found out here lately, too, man. I didn't know, or y'all might have noted or forgot you noted or whatever, man. Hey, but ants are good, man. And if y'all got ants in your yard, hey, that's a good thing. That is a real good thing. And no, it does, man. It aerates the soil, and them ants, they killing bugs underground and all kind of stuff, man. Hey,
unless you got those red ants, fire ants that I have, then they're no good.
Yeah, no, stay away from them, man. As long as you don't stomp up and down on their ant hole, their ant mound, man, you're doing good. Hey, ants are good.
I remember when we had those in Florida, the fire ants, when my grandparents used to live down in Florida. And if you step on them, and they were big ones too, they weren't the little red fire ants, they were the big, like maroon color ones.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. I remember getting bit up a bunch of times.
Yeah,
30 seconds, fellas.
Hey, censorship sucks, man. Hey, did you look up that woman?
Webb?
Yeah.
What's her first name?
Ashley.
Webb. Yeah. Yeah, I looked that up.
Here it comes. Here comes your countdown.
Okay.
5.
I'll bring it up after I properly
4,
introduce you.
3, 2, 1, and you're live and on the radio side for the second hour right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Hour 2. And boy, end of the week, Sunday night, let's take a break, let's relax, let's talk to Willie and hear that soothing voice of Willie the Worm Farmer. How you doing, Willie?
Yeah, hey. How y'all doing out there, Radio Land? Come on.
Doing great. And I told you I'd give you a proper introduction, so I hope you're happy with that.
Yeah, no, I ain't happy, man. You ain't told the folks nothing. Hey, it's here. It's here's Willie from Willie's Worm Farmer. Yeah, from down in Waldo, Florida, man.
Willie's Worm Farm is brought to you by Saul Good, by the way. I have to legally say that now. It is a Saul Good production.
Yeah. Hey, Willie from Willie's Worm Farm down in Waldo, Florida, and Willie's Cricket Emporium up in Sandy Run, South Carolina, man. Hey, I sell worm hot dogs and GLP jugs too, man. Hey, and we broadcasted live too out here from the billboard on I-26 in Sandy Run, South Carolina, man. Sandy Run, South Carolina. Hey, look at here, and we broadcasting news, man. We got all kind of news and stuff going on. Yeah, hey,
I got some news, man. Let's talk about Ashley Webb. This is a big story. Ashley Webb is a transgender person from San Francisco who moved to the Netherlands and wanted to get, refugee status there. So they said, okay, again, born Ashton, now Ashley. So they said, okay, you want to be a refugee in the Netherlands? Here's the refugee camp. Go live there for a little while, and while we process you. And man, if she didn't go on the news and say that they were going to kill her there, that she was afraid for her life.
Wait, I think that's a different. I think that's a different transgender, isn't it?
Yeah, I hadn't heard all that, man.
No, I didn't hear about this one.
So she came back to San Francisco and said, "Screw that! The Netherlands is way too dangerous. Don't want anything to do with it." I think that's Ashley Webb that you're talking about, right?
Yeah, no, you got it messed up. That ain't the one I was telling you about, man. I don't know who that person is.
I might be getting my stories mixed up.
Hey, this dude, this dude went on national TV, man. Hey, he was debating a whole bunch of other Democrats. Hey, and he's a Democrat. He come up there wearing a muumuu and calling himself a woman, and he wants to be senator from Maine. Senator from Maine. That's the one you got to look up, man. A senator from Maine. This joker, they said, they said, what are your qualifications for being a senator? And this thing, I'm sorry, I apologize, not this thing. This person, this individual, this fine, outstanding individual who thinks he's a woman, he is a woman. He is a woman. He says, my qualifications are, I am a songwriter and I write, quote, I write my own books. Don't nobody else write his books for him. He writes it, or her. It's a her. Hey, don't nobody else
Willie,
write
you're
her
a songwriter.
Yeah, man.
You're a songwriter, a singer, and you write books.
Yeah. Hey, and then I got
so when's your Senate campaign?
Yeah, hey, all I got, man. Hey, all I got to do is put on a dress like I done down there at the bank to get that loan one time, pretending like I was a woman. Hey, look at him. That's all I got to do. Hey, I can put on a dress and run for senator, man. Hey, and I can get all kind of...
Well, that takes money. Unfortunately, Doc has money.
Yeah, no, Doc got plenty of money. I'm telling you, he won't come off for none of it.
It's all tied up in a lettuce investment at the moment.
Yeah. The Taco Bell lettuce. Hey, you done lost your...
See, I'm gonna source some of this lettuce and I'm gonna put it in capsules and sell it to rich ladies who want to lose weight but don't want to try GLP-1s.
Yeah, what do you call it? Diarrhea lettuce. I was reading about that too. That lettuce come from a place called Taylor Farms. I don't know if it's owned by Taylor Swift. I don't know. I don't want to get sued or nothing, though, man. Hey, but there's things
and what do you
going
do to contaminate that much lettuce? How do you even do that? Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I'm allowed to tell you. I'm not allowed to say on air what happens, how it happens. But needless to say, it's people in the field not being able to make it somewhere out of the field to do their business, and then
Well, that's a big dump, though. I mean, if you're giving explosive diarrhea to people all over the country from coast to coast, that had to have been a real bad one.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of them, man. You get a bunch of them, you don't provide them bathrooms in the field. They got to go somewhere. Come on.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been there. I worked in the fields when we didn't have one before. It happens.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I drove trucks, man. I used a 5-gallon bucket a many a time. Come on. Plastic bag. You do what you got to do out there, man. Ain't no joke. Hey, look, I got something else going on, man. Hey, stuff in the news, man. Donald Trump, he said that after, this is no lie, man. This is what he said. Hey, Donald Trump has said that after finishing the Iran deal, that the United States will focus on ending North Korea's nuclear program. In a sharp reply, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un warned that if anyone tries to attack North Korea or its assets, they will face nuclear missiles. And Kim Jong-un, he said that North Korea is ready to strike back hard. I like I hear Donald Trump, he picking fights with everybody, man. He want to take over Greenland. He want to take over Cuba. He want to take over all kind of places, man.
I'm okay with him taking over Cuba. I mean, just threaten them made him turn a little bit capitalist. I'm just saying.
I don't understand, man. Hey, y'all smart folks, man. Y'all need to explain to me what it is that we don't like about Cuba, man. Hey, ever since like the Kennedy administration or whatever, man, there's always been all kind of blockades and stuff against Cuba. Hey, that place down there, man, could be a resort. Hey, Donald Trump
kicked out the communists kicked out our money launderers. That's why. The mob got kicked out.
I'm just saying Donald Trump could put a bunch of golf courses down there, man. Make all kind of money.
Yeah.
But all they gotta do is, free their people, man. Give them their freedom back, and poof, all of a sudden they got the most beautiful island on the planet, and it'll be inundated with money.
Yeah, I ain't no doubt about it, man. And then a free flow of them there Cuban cigars, man. I'm telling you. Hey, I want to tell y'all a story, man. hey, this is a true story. If you don't believe me, just ask me. Hey, come on. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Hey, I caught a gator. I caught a gator, and then it caught me, and then I caught it again. Hey, we was out there in the swamp, there in the Congaree swamp, there in Sandy Run, man, on the Congaree River, man. Hey, and me and my buddy Bill, we was out there on the boat, and we caught ourselves. We gonna go gator hunting, man. Hey, and I decided I was gonna fall asleep, and I tied the rope to my foot, and I figured that gator, he'd tug on that rope a little bit, and then he'd wake me up, and because I had a piece of chicken and a hook on the other side of it, man, and I figured I could yank him up once he latched on. It was a smart idea.
And then you tied it to your ankle or your foot. I mean, you didn't think that maybe it would take off with the chicken and pull you overboard?
No, hey, cause I didn't think there was nothing real big out there, man. Hey, it turned out this sucker was about 15 foot long. He latched onto that chicken. He drug me off the boat. He drug me off the boat, and then he went under the water, and I went under the water, man. Hey, and I was holding my breath, and hey, I can hold my breath. Hey, I can do it for about a minute and 30. Something like 70 seconds or something, maybe 2 minutes. I can hold my breath underwater, man. Hey, but then that gator,
1 minute and 70 seconds, huh?
Yeah, well, 1 minute 70. Yeah, 70. You confusing me now,
1
man.
minute and 70 seconds. Well, you can hold your breath for 1 minute and 70 seconds. That's very impressive. But go on.
Hey, that's a long time. Hey, look here. I'll prove it to you. Watch.
Well, Doc, now, while you're holding your breath and you're not talking, which is pretty incredible, actually, Doc, we've got about 2 minutes to go here. You can hold you. Oh, I'm sorry, not 2 minutes. 1 minute and 60 seconds. Yeah.
Hey, that was enough time. I counted it, man. It was a minute and 69.
That was 15 seconds. No, that was 15 seconds.
No. Hey, but look at him. Hey, that gator.
I was watching the clock.
Hey, yeah, but I got to tell this story though, man. Hey, I grabbed the rope.
How did you get away?
And then, I pulled the gator toward me, and then the next thing you know, the gator, he opened his mouth and he swallowed me up, man. And I was inside of the gator. This ain't no lie, man. Hey, if you don't believe me, just ask me. Are you sure you were
picking mushrooms out of the patch again?
No,
man. Hey, this sounds a little suspect.
This is true. No, hey, I was inside of the gator. My head was down by his butthole, man, and I was looking. I could peek out. I could peek out of his butthole. That's how far deep I was, man. And I was like, man, this ain't gonna work. Hey, and he was a big old gator, man. Hey, and I'm a big old boy too, man. I weigh 273 pounds or something like that, man. Hey, but what I was able to do is I was able to turn. Yeah, no, hey, I was able to
lost a lot of weight since last time I saw you. Damn.
I used to be 400 pounds, man. But
Yeah.
that's neither here nor there, man. I got to tell this story. And I wiggled myself around inside of him, man. And then I got my head facing the top of his head, man. And I crawled up a little bit, and I was able to take my arms and stick in his legs, on the right leg and then the left leg. And then I took my other legs, my left leg and my right leg, and stuck them down inside of his left leg and his right leg, and I took over that alligator, man, and my head was poking out of his mouth. Hey, this ain't no lie. Hey, my head was poking out of his mouth.
That's a new kind of furry right there.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go to a convention now?
Yeah, no, hey, it was like I was a gator. I was.
It's not a furry, it's a scaly.
I don't know the terms. I don't know the terms.
I was the gator, man, and I started swimming. I was still inside of him, and he done lost his mind. He couldn't do. He still had his brain and everything.
Is that kind of like the Lizard King? Like,
Hey, see, this is what you call you feeding into the story, man, because that's exactly what happened next, man. Hey, I swam. I was inside of him, but I was using him to swim with, man, and I was like the gator man, and I came to the shore. Hey, this ain't no lie. I came to the shore, and the gator, he couldn't control nothing because I was inside of him, and I was controlling him, but he was still alive, man, because like all his guts and everything was still intact, and his heart was beating and everything else, man, and he just didn't know what was going on. He couldn't control nothing.
He wasn't very happy.
Yeah. I don't know what he was, man. He couldn't do nothing about it if he was, though, man. If he was or if he wasn't happy. Hey, I took myself in that gator suit and I clomped. I clomped down through the swamp, and I went down through the briars and the brambles, just like that song goes. In 1814, we took a little trip along with Colonel Jackson. Do y'all remember that song? They went through the briars and they ran through the brambles and they ran through the bushes where rabbit couldn't go. Y'all remember that song? Yeah, that's what I was doing, man. Hey, I was clumping through the swamp, man, and I come out on the 176. That's the highway right there in Sandy Run, right before you get where it splits off Highway 21 and 176. There's a bar down there. It's near where the next town over you come out of Sandy Run, you come into Casey. Well, before you get to Casey, it's Dixiana, and before you get to Dixiana, where 321 and 176 peels off together, man.
No one's going to drive down there. Do you have a point? Yeah.
I'm just saying, man. It's right there on 176. There's a bar,
they don't serve alligators at that bar. I'm pretty sure.
Hey, that was the problem, man. Are you getting ahead of my joke? Hey, that happened. I walked in there and the bartender, he said, "Oh, son." I said, "What?" Now, I was sticking my head out through that gator's mouth, and he could see my face inside that gator's mouth. He said, "I ain't never seen nothing like that before, man." He's like, "What you doing?" I said, "I want beer." He said, "We don't serve alligators in here." I said, "Come on, man." He said, "What you doing?" I said, "Look at here. Hey, you give me a beer and I'll make you a pair of alligator boots, man." Hey, but it turned out a little bit later on. He gave me the beer. I drank 3 beers, man. Hey, and then I clumped on down the highway. I was going down 176, and right there where 21 peels off 176, I went down there to Old Swamp Road, where I got my place down there, my cricket emporium. Hey, man, all kind of people, they seen me, and now I am a legend. I was a legend before. Hey, but I was a legend, man. Hey, they talking about now, it's all in the paper and everything. They talking about the Gator Beast of the Congaree Swamp, man. Hey, that's me. I'm the Gator Beast of the Congaree Swamp. Come on.
I thought they called him Gator Boy. I thought it was Gator Boy. Or is that a different one?
No. I'm the Gator Beast, man. That's what they call me, Gator Beast. Hey,
look about that.
Yeah.
All I know is really setting off my gator.
Yeah. Hey, that's right. Hey, is that Hansel? I sound just like Hansel. Yeah, gator. That's funny, right there. I don't care who you are, man.
It's the gator is going off, y'all.
you play perfect Hansel, man. I'm telling you, you sound just like Hansel. Hey, that brings me to Greta Thunberg, man. Hey, I got it figured out. Greta Thunberg, man. Hey, you know what she is? I ain't gonna lie. She's in trouble again, man. She was down there at some arms factory and blocking the doorway, and they had to haul her out of there. Hey, she's a bum, is what she is. She is a professional bum. She'll sit there and she blocked the highway and blocked the sidewalk and blocked the buildings, and she's getting paid for it too, man. I looked up what her net worth was, man. She's worth about $500,000 to $2 million. Nobody knows, because all the money that she gets, she calls it non-profit. Her whole body, her whole entity, she calls it a non-profit. She one of them 501c456s or whatever you call it, man.
I wonder if that'll work for her OnlyFans career.
I don't know. Hey, she got a sister, man. Her sister's in the news. Her sister's like a bombshell. Yeah.
I saw that. She's a singer, like a cocktail singer or something. She
built, man. You know what I'm saying? Hi, she's something. Hey, but Greta Thunberg, man, she pretty too, man. I'm telling you, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, and I was worried, man. I was worried about liking Greta Thunberg, man. Hey, y'all know she's 23 years old now. How is she looking pretty?
Wow.
Hey, she ain't pretty as Sidney Powell though, man. I'm telling you, I don't know what Sidney Powell's up to nowadays. Hey, but she ain't pretty. Hey, but I'm telling you, she's a professional bum, and that's what I'm gonna be. Hey, I'm going to make me up some signs, and I'm going to be a professional bum, and I'm going to start blocking passageways to buildings and everything, man, and I'm going to do it in the name of climate change, man. Hey, so from now on, I'm going to be the Willie the climate change activist, man. Hey, that's what I am, man. We're going to do that kind of what they call philanthropy. Businesses. That's what we're going to do. Hey, hey, and we're going to be just like her. We're going to have us an activist foundation, and we're going to get everybody on board and everything else, man. Hey, but
I'm
going to tell y'all.
Monkeys to hold signs.
Yeah, what?
We use the monkeys to hold signs.
Yeah, hey, look, I know. No, hey, that might be animal abuse or something. I don't know, man. Hey, but I got other stuff, man. Hey, I got me a Ouija board, a WEEGEE Ouija board, man. And I ask it questions. Look at him. Hey, and
that's
I ask it.
The Temu off-brand version.
Yeah, well, how you know I got it off of Temu? WEEGEE Ouija. I like saying that. Ouija. And I'll look at it, man. I'll say, hey, Ouija board, and I'll ask it questions. Hey, the last question I asked it, I said, Ouija board, tell me about Mitch McConnell. Hey, and it told me. It told me. It don't lie neither, man. It tells the truth. It says Mitch McConnell had a fall, and it led to his hospitalization. Hey, this is new, new and breaking news. Y'all heard it right here, man. It come from my Ouija board, man. Hey, Donald Trump, he had a fall like Humpty Dumpty. Y'all remember Humpty Dumpty? He had a great fall. Hey, but Mitch McConnell is alive and well. Yeah, no,
he's alive.
Yeah, he is, man. Yeah, no,
I mean, he's got a pulse, maybe.
Yeah, no, hey, he's up and running and everything, man. I've seen
Heavy doubt.
Hey, I seen hospital pictures of him, man. Him and his old lady. I
saw pictures of Arnold Schwarzenegger hanging out with Jesus, but I don't think that's real either.
Yeah, no. Hey, I want to tell you about something else too, man.
We got about 20 seconds left, Willie. 20 seconds. So go ahead.
Doc 69. Hey, I need $29.39 for a billboard that promotes my Willie Jitsu. It ain't jujitsu. It's Willie Jitsu, man. It's a new form of fighting that we got, man. Hey, it's
I
like
hate to cut you off because I want to hear about this. I wish you'd have brought it up early in the show, but folks, we've got to go to break. This is the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. We'll be right back after this.
Yeah. Hey, Flat Earth, man. Hey.
You got it in. Willie Jitsu? Come
Willie
on.
Jitsu, man. Hey, and Greta Thunberg, she is a
Thunderberg.
professional bum. Ha!
Yeah, but her sister, man, that I can't believe those two people are related. I mean, when they were younger, they look alike, but like the camera and the makeup does wonders. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Hey, the newest news is Greta Thunberg has called for a renewed intifada against Israel. Hey, now that right there, that's some serious stuff, man. Because that whole uprising is what that
Did
word
she
literally
convert?
means. But there was intifadas in the past where people got killed, man.
It's true. It's true. I wonder if she's gonna go get herself a nice Muslim husband now.
Louis, what's wrong, baby?
Hey, here's what I want to know. Who out there knows what BR 549 is?
Junior Sample's home phone number.
You win, but that ain't his phone number. But you win as Junior Samples. See, I'm glad at least we got somebody smart out
Guess
the bunch.
what? Guess what, Willie? You met another and you were gone.
That's right.
Ridiculous.
But anyhow, it's been a pleasure as always.
Oh yeah. Oh, as always, Willie. I can't wait to hear about your inevitable spaghetti farm. I think that's a good potential for you to make some money.
Spaghetti farm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's better than the money trees that you were trying to grow.
Telling you, lettuce.
Just tell him to
grows.
Google it.
Hey, how'd you like that shirt, John? I showed you a picture of that shirt.
Nice.
Censorship.
Fantastic, man. Yeah, 10 out of 10.
I showed it to Mark, too.
Yeah,
Get them off of,
it could have
get 'em
popped
off
up in stream tonight.
yeah, you get them off of Temu.
Off of Temu, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, it's like $7.49 on Temu.
What size
But
did
they
you
catch
have to
on
get,
fire.
Willie? And, because Temu
That's how-
has different sizes than, we use here.
Yeah, I know that's a problem, too, actually.
It is a
but I
big
just
problem.
I told them 6X.
6X.
Yeah, no lie.
Hey,
No lie.
you said 6X adult, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't
Yeah.
say
They're Chinese
triple X.
sizes, yeah.
Yeah.
Why you got to go in that direction, Mark?
I'm just saying, because
Yeah, I hear what you just saying. You know we broadcast out of a church, right?
yeah, and I haven't said anything bad.
Adult. Yes, an adult.
Adult, yeah. I didn't say that they were, copulating or anything like that.
Hey, I took a picture of the logo.
Oh,
and
we
I
didn't
ran
need
it
to
through,
see that.
AI.
All right, we didn't see. We need to see pictures. It's a radio show. All right.
Yeah, anyhow, I took a picture of the logo and I
30
ran it through
seconds,
AI
fellas.
and enhanced it, and then I took the enhanced picture and sent it to Temu and told them put it on a shirt.
And they got it to you inside a couple days? I would think that would
Yeah.
take months.
No, it didn't take long. It took, I don't know, maybe 4 days, 5 days.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not
I mean,
bad.
they got.
All
They
right.
got
Here's your
they got
countdown.
stuff here in the United States.
4,
Anyway, I'll talk to
3,
y'all later.
2, 1, and you're
Peace.
live right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. Oh, gosh. Yeah. I don't know. That guy's crazy. Willie's crazy.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, this is true. But it's a fun kind of crazy. It's a fun crazy.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. I did that story already. Here we got China used U.S. operatives to help incite BLM riots in 2020. One of the documents Trump revealed the other night talks about how China was using U.S. media and social media sites to incite the 2020 BLM riots, the uprising. They wanted to foment division on a broad range of topics to exploit with China perceived to be U.S. fissures and vulnerabilities perceived, including one, racial tensions, USG tensions with the U.S. military, political party disagreements, Congress Trump administration conflicts, women's rights, U.S. South China Sea policies, alleged U.S. war aspirations, and international propaganda. Folks, we got them. We got them. It's all out there. They're behind a lot of this stuff to foment division in the United States. We used to just get along so well. America was past all this stuff. And then it all just came back to life during the Obama years, It just seeped out there. All these key terms came up everywhere, out of nowhere. Back in the, early 2000s, it was so, I don't know, you just watched it happen. And it's just this division popped out of nowhere. I don't know. What do you say, Doc?
Well, it was very inorganic. I mean, you could see it in the trends of online commentary. Like if you keyword search and things like that, you can see the trends. It was very inorganic. It was almost no mention of racial tensions, and then all of a sudden, in late 2012, early 2013, it just explodes everywhere on the internet. And from that point forward, it's been kind of a persistent thing online that's been driving people. And TikTok was one of the major drivers of it. Now that's fortunately in someone else's hands. But I'm not shocked at all that China's been involved in this stuff. I mean, this is what all adversaries do to us. Anybody who has any kind of problem with the United States will pump money into anything that will cause division internally, because it's really the only way you can weaken us. It's not like any of them can stand up against our military face to face. They have to do asymmetrical fifth generation type warfare to actually knock us down a peg.
Yeah, exactly. And we're really investing heavily in our military, and it's very strong right now. It's spread way too thin. But you don't want to take that fight. You certainly don't want to try to land anything here in the United States and do a ground invasion. Good luck with that,
Right.
I mean, I could see them landing in Los Angeles and even taking the south side of LA, You want to go take Compton? A bunch of Chinese people walking up the streets in Compton.
Yeah, good luck with that, guys.
Yeah, good luck with that. And that's the easy part, man. Wait till you get to the rural. Wait till you get to Bakersfield.
Or Appalachia. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a interesting scenario for it now. And watching China do all this stuff, I mean, it's been so obvious. It's just been obvious. You download their apps, you get spied on. It's just the way it works. Their Temu crap. It's funny, China is the Temu country.
Yes.
We talk about Temu Obama and Temu whatever, but it's literally, that's China right there, is Temu. Everything you see is fake and garbage, and it's cheap for a reason, But anyway, speaking of cheap for a reason, Don Lemon is announcing that he's seriously considering running for president in 2028. Don Lemon. I think he's doing this probably because he's looking at some serious charges for his little church escapade that he did up in Minnesota, where they went into an active church ceremony on a Sunday morning and disrupted it and tried to stop it and all these other things in the name of journalism, but really it was a protest against ICE, where they just went into a church and disrupted the church. You can't do that. So he's under some, indictments for that, and interested to see where that's going to go. But I think, to distract, he's now announcing that, yes, he's going to run for the president in 2028. Does he have your vote, Doc?
Of course not. But it is going to be pretty funny if he actually puts any kind of campaign together to see him embarrass himself quite thoroughly. That would be entertaining.
Yeah, I think he's actually a lot better on a debate stage than, say, an AOC or many of the people that would be up there with her. Right? I mean, AOC is not the sharpest peanut in the turd. She's not at all. She's IQ sub 100 without a doubt. There's no way. So for her to get up, for her to go out and espouse these things, she was picked out of like 10,000 people to run for that seat, and she was handpicked for it, and they put her in the seat, and they, have some sway over her to some degree. And it's just interesting because a lot of the stands you take, you just can't defend. How do you say, hey, we won, we stopped Amazon from bringing 30,000 jobs to my district? We won. How does Gavin Newsom defend what's happening?
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think they have to. I think that's part of the whole system that they've built, the infrastructure, the ground game, the ballot harvesting, all of those things have ensured that these candidates actually don't have to run on their records, which is, it's sad for our country, but it's kind of par for the course in these deep blue neighborhoods that doesn't really matter who the candidate is, because whoever the mainstream the mainstream power in that area wants, that's who's going to make it.
Yeah, and it's all handpicked too. I mean, let's not forget that
like
Bernie
central
Sanders
casting.
was
Yeah,
Bernie Sanders had it in 2016 in the bag, and they said no, you're going to lose to Trump. You can't do it. Hillary Clinton, get in there. And then the same thing with Joe Biden. He won the primaries. He was there. And they said, nope, you're senile. Kamala, why don't you jump in there? You will do our bidding. We trust you with the presidency because, at the end of the day, we own you. It's why they hate Trump so much, because he just came out and did it and nobody owns him.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that more politicians don't have the willingness to stand up to the machine. But then again, if they did, they wouldn't get any money and they wouldn't be able to run. And that goes back to our whole point earlier. We somehow have to get the campaign financing situated so real candidates can actually get into office.
Absolutely. Yeah, and there's a lot of people like Trump out there that are extremely successful in their, personal lives, that have built, multi-billion-dollar companies. And man, I just think we need more of that. We need fewer of these lifelong politicians in there and more people who are just like good at what they do. The kind of people that, like Trump, don't need more than like 3-4 hours of sleep every night. That just eat, breathe, and their whole focus and brain and life energy is focused into one thing. That's, the presidency, and doing the very best job that they can to make sure that everything, works, and our taxes go down and our spending goes up, not like all spending, good spending goes up. The wasteful spending goes away. DOGE was a brilliant idea. I don't think it accounted for as much as it should have, but it was a brilliant idea to get some of that waste out of there, and again, I'm kind of pissed off with the way it ended. I'm sure Elon Musk is as well. He spent a lot of time doing that, and I don't think, his time really paid off for him to do that, to walk away from his $1 trillion SpaceX IPO and all the things that he was doing. I think he really thought he was going to be able to help, and it just didn't amount to much. We're still, 40 trillion in debt. We're still spending way more than we bring in until we tackle and fix Medicaid, Social Security, Medicare, those types of things. All the spending around the peripheral doesn't matter much. But again, immediately the low hanging fruit, we don't need to study, how much cocaine it takes to turn frogs gay.
No,
right?
No. Or send a bunch of LGBTQ money to Pakistan to improve, gay and lesbian relations or whatever. Like, none of that stuff needs to happen, for sure.
Yeah, all you're doing is making more people get thrown off buildings by promoting LGBT there. So no, it's not. You're killing these people, literally.
Well, we also know that most of that money is going to rebels and other things that we are supporting via our dark money networks. That's why USAID was such a big get. I mean, we at least got those guys under a system that's now monitored, that they have to submit a budget plan for and where the money's going. Previously, they could just spend the money on whatever. Here's a check, go do your thing. At least we got that under control. But the military spending and the Social Security and Medicaid and Medicare, those spending levels, it's out of control. It's out of control.
And the big one is the interest on the debt. That's the one that's going to, bury us. It really is. There's no way around it. If you got 40 trillion in debt and you have to pay 10% on that, that's 4 trillion a year in interest alone. And we only take in like 3.5 trillion. So just on interest, we could spend the entire revenue stream for the U.S. government on interest alone on the debt. If things got to a point where interest rates suddenly spiked in a big, big way,
Yeah.
Which is why the Federal Reserve is out there trying to do whatever they can to not let that happen, because it would be a suicide launch for the country. And that's where the Democrat socialists are going to come in and try to rebuild everything when we let that happen.
Well, I don't know if it'll be rebuilding. It'll be more like ruling over the ashes.
Yeah.
But the reality is we have to do something at our ground level. If we don't do something at our individual level, it won't get any better. Right? People have to focus locally where they can actually make a difference. Like if you can get your local community to stop being in debt, that helps your local community grow. You know what I mean? Like just those little things will eventually accumulate to a much better cultural baseline for America. But I don't know if there's really a whole lot we can do politics-wise as long as we have all these things in place.
Yeah, I mean, folks, there's two ways out of this. One is growth. The other one is inflation, right? We can inflate our way out of the debt. Believe it or not, you really can. Yeah. Just let inflation run rampant, and suddenly 40 trillion is not that big a number, because a loaf of bread costs $1 trillion.
Right.
So suddenly our national debt is, reduced to 4 loaves of bread. And granted, hey, we can pay off the debt now, but at what cost? And the other one is growth. If we just grow the economy faster than we're growing the debt, then we can, in the most successful, best possible way, grow the country out of the debt. And that's the ideal scenario that we need to look at. But to do that, we've got to lower taxes. We've got to, again, cut frivolous spending. We've got to streamline businesses. You got to get those investments from overseas. Yeah, deregulate. And then make it very, very advantageous for other countries to invest here in the United States so that we get all those jobs, we get all that growth, we get all that GDP, which, Trump's been doing a lot of these things. Folks, love him or hate him. He's been doing almost exactly all those things.
Yeah, I wish the Republicans would get on board and help him out. That's our real problem.
Yeah, they could care less. Yeah. I mean, the SAVE Act thing is crucial. We all know it is, and yet there's a million rhinos out there that won't vote for it, and God knows why. Right? God only knows why. Why wouldn't you want a voter ID to be a thing? Voter ID. Why not? What's your problem with it? Who's going to get disenfranchised? Black people? No, they get IDs. They have IDs. It's stupid to think that, minorities can't get ID when everybody on the planet has to have one to go to Olive Garden and eat unlimited pasta.
Or buy a beer or get on a plane or anything else in our society that you want to do that's legitimate requires an ID. Yeah, it's just absurd. I mean, the reason I think the Republicans don't want to change it, especially in the blue states, is because there are a bunch of Republicans who have gotten very wealthy and fat and happy being the opposition to Democrats who have been in charge, like here in Oregon. We have a guy that was running for governor that was trying to fight the mail-in ballot restriction that we want. They're trying to get a mail-in ballot thing put on the ballot measures so that we can get rid of mail-in balloting. And he wouldn't support it. He was resistant to it and told people not to sign the ballot initiative. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
The only reason you would want to resist something like that is because you want to cheat too.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's a mixed up, crazy world we live in, my friend. It is. Mixed up and crazy and yet here we are. Spinning on this crazy globe trying to do our best as we hurtle through space at, 20,000 miles an hour or something. It's pretty incredible. Have you ever seen a 3D rendering of like the sun shooting through outer space at 50,000 miles an hour? And then all the planets going around it and circling it in unison as it it's a staggering thought to think of just how on the edge this whole thing is. This whole universe thing. It barely works, folks. It's just one tiny thing goes out of balance. It's like catastrophe.
This is true. It's true for everything.
Yeah, including earthquakes, volcanoes. There's all kinds of stuff kicking off all of a sudden. We just had another 7.4, I think, in southern Mexico near the Guatemala border. And, we had a little tremors. They said the San Andreas fault is at 1,000-year threshold for the most pressure it's had. And if that thing kicks off, man, oh, God, just devastation. Devastation. A 7.5 and 8.0 in Los Angeles or anywhere on the West Coast, man. It's just get ready for carnage if that kicks. And you know what? That's the thing about those things is they do kick.
Eventually.
They definitely kick on. Yeah. The San Juan de Fucus is overdue for like a 9.0 by like 100 years. We as modern people have never seen it happen. So they don't really know about it very much in the West Coast, in the Pacific Northwest like they should. And you tell me if I'm wrong, but, because you live out there. But if a 9.0 kicks out there, the whole thing is in big trouble. I mean, Seattle, Portland would each move like, I don't know, something like 50 yards and fall like 20 feet or something over the course of like a couple minutes.
Yeah, from what I understand, they talk about it here pretty regularly. Anything west of the I-5 is going to be underwater.
No, okay, I've seen that. Yeah. There's a professor in the University of Oregon, I want to say Central, that does these, Vittner, I think is his name. He does these phenomenal and he kind of did a debunking of that because he's like, look, we've got the Olympia Mountains here, right? They're not going to be underwater. But
you're going to get a huge tsunami is what they're saying. Pretty much anything at sea level is going to be completely wiped out.
Yeah, the whole coast will be, 20, 30 feet up. I mean, there's all kinds of evacuation things for schools and stuff over there because they know it's coming. They know that a giant tsunami is just a matter of time.
Yeah.
And so they've got all kinds of things in place for that. And then the other thing is because if that goes off, then the Mount Rainier and all these other glaciers up there will have movements, and they let off, what are they called, Lorraines?
Yeah.
Something which is like a massive mudslide. It's like a mudslide that it's a river, but it's a river of mud, and it goes down the river valleys, and it can take out. It's imagine an entire glacier or half a glacier just setting loose down, through the canyon, and all that ice is just lubricating everything under it to just run, rampant until it basically runs into the Columbia River or out to sea or whatever, But all kinds of catastrophes that are tied up with that. So I don't know, man. We're seeing some of it. We're talking about these, this massive flooding in China earlier. So we're getting in one of those folks, one of those patterns, folks, where just anything seems possible right now.
Yeah, well, according to all the guys who do the space weather and the sun weather and all those guys, we are headed through we're like right at the peak of a rough space weather time that could affect all kinds of things here on the ground with, seismic activity and things like that. So, yeah, I mean, it's they go in cycles. If you study any of the old ancient manuscripts, they talk about the cycles of the suns and the stars and how they affect the cosmos and the planet. I mean, this used to be basic knowledge for the average individual, 10,000 years ago. Now, we all think that's fantasy and mythology. But the more science advances, the more we start to know or learn that they knew what they were talking about a little bit.
Yeah, I saw an article talking about how Mount Kilauea is like filling up with with lava, and it could start coming down the side of the mountain here soon, which it's been a while since that's happened, apparently.
Yeah.
And, that falls right into Willie, man, because he bought all that property on the coast of the Big Island there. That lava makes it down to the coast. Boom, he's got a new acre of land, another 2 acres.
Oh, yeah.
Just
He's
like
going to make
that.
out like a bandit.
Pretty impressive stuff. Unless the whole thing does a landslide off into the ocean, but that could happen too. It's hard to say.
Yeah. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. Give it 5 or 6 years. You'll know for sure.
Saul knows his investments, though. He's smart like that. So it should happen. Let's see what we got here in the last few minutes. Okay, England. Let's go back to England. The government isn't coming to save you from Breitbart. Britons to be told to stockpile food, water over Russian hybrid threat. So, they're telling them, hey, man, if Russia does some cyber attack on England, the water could go out. They want you to have a year's supply of food and water.
In England, can they afford that? I don't know that they can.
Where, if you walk down some street and you've got like all these flat homes, they call them flats. They're like row housing. Yep. And they're going all the way to the house. So, like, every one of those has to have a year's supply of water.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's going to work.
They don't have storage like that in the individual homes. Just sorry to break that for you. So,
they don't even have AC.
Let's see here. Darren Jones, Chief Secretary, Prime Minister in a position inside Cabinet Office, central nervous system of the government. He said in a statement accompanied by a press release, quote, the government will do all it can and we are well prepared, but we can all play our part to keep ourselves and our loved ones safe. This campaign will help public take a small but important step to be prepared in case of emergencies and disruptions. With the severe weather or a cyber attack, which can impact access to power, water, or phone signals. Encouraging public to take simple steps to improve their household's resilience. Risk of cyber attacks on data infrastructure, water infrastructure, police systems, amid a rapid increase in sophistication and proliferation of artificial intelligence. Digital resilience failure is another new addition, building on lessons learned from CrowdStrike IT outage in July 2024. So they're taking this seriously. They're telling them, be ready. We, as a government, haven't really done much other than just recognize that this is an issue. So get ready, because anything could happen, Hey, it's England. We don't care anymore.
They could just, stop supporting Ukraine and Russia wouldn't want to bomb them anymore. But, hey, whatever. You do you, England.
When you go to the airport there and you get in a cab and you drive, the first billboard you should see is, welcome to England. We want to be a third world country. We're trying hard.
It's very true. They are putting in a lot of effort.
Now, having said that, they did well in, their soccer match. I guess, it was 6-4 or something?
Yeah, 6-5, 6-4, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, which sounds like actually an interesting game. If you got 10 minutes of highlights of that, I might believe it. But 25 minutes of highlights in a game that was 0-1, I'm sorry, I don't buy it.
No, me either. And I watched part of the game.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm always down to watch the highlights. That's why I was excited. Oh, highlights. Wait, the score was 0-1. Why is this a half hour? Anyway, folks, we're all out of time. This has been the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, and we will see you on Wednesday night. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Great job, guys. Great job.
Yeah.
All righty then.
I'm gonna go eat some ribs. You guys have a good night.
Man, that sounds great.
Enjoy, Doc. Thanks so much for coming out, Bo. Bro. I didn't say Bo. I said bro.
Yeah.
All right, man. Talk to you later, Mark.
All right, I'm going to host us out to Morrow, who's doing some music tonight. So let's go over there until I get my music up and rolling. So I'll catch you guys all later on. Thanks, everybody, and I'll get this up and out tomorrow or later on tonight. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in.